You can't do a simple push-up not because you're weak, but because you've probably been doing them wrong your entire life. You keep smashing chest and shoulders every week, hoping that one day push-ups will magically click, but they never do. You go to the gym, load up the bench press, and convince yourself you're training push-ups too. But I'm here to tell you right now, you're not. Let's be honest, there are very few things on this earth that give off more negative aura than not being able to consistently do push-ups. And training chest and shoulders like a maniac does not fix it, because it completely ignores the other muscles that actually make push-ups work. Like your legs, which I know everyone watching this video conveniently skipped this week. So if you actually want to learn how to do a push-up the way science says, you first need to understand one thing. The most important part of a push-up is not how good your plank looks. A lot of trainers will tell you push-ups are simple, but science says that's not true at all. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how impressive your bench press PR is, if you don't have these 9 things locked down. So let's talk about the science of push-ups and how to actually do them correctly. To understand the science of a push-up, we need a definition. So let's ask our friend Mr. GPT what a push-up actually is. According to science, a push-up is a full-range, controlled, elbow-tucked, core-braced movement that allows natural shoulder blade motion while maximizing time under tension and minimizing joint stress. And if you're a normal human being like me, that probably didn't help much at all. So let's break it down step by step, starting with the place where almost everyone messes things up before they even bend their arms. Step 1 starts with the placement of your hands. Before you think about chest, shoulders, or triceps, science says your hands determine whether a push-up is efficient or just a complete waste of energy. Most people slap their hands down wherever they feel comfortable, too wide, too narrow, fingers closed, wrists already screaming for help. Then they wonder why their shoulders hurt and their reps stall. Here's what actually matters. Your hands should be just outside shoulder width, fingers spread, and your palms actively gripping the floor. And the obvious question is why? Because spreading your fingers increases surface area, which improves force transfer, meaning your body knows when and how to apply force efficiently. Gripping the floor activates your forearms, which sends a neurological signal to your brain to stabilize your elbows and shoulders. In simple terms, if your hands are lazy, your shoulders will pay the price. Step 2 is all about your elbows, and this is the number one reason people say push-ups hurt their shoulders, which it most definitely should not. If your elbows flare straight out to the sides at 90 degrees, you're putting your shoulder joint in its weakest possible position under load. And yes, that's going to hurt. Luckily, science gives us a fix. The optimal elbow angle for push-ups is about 30 to 45 degrees from your torso, not pinned to your ribs, not flared like a chicken wing, somewhere right in the middle. Think Goldilocks. Not too much, not too little, just right. This angle maximizes chest and triceps activation, minimizes shoulder impingement, and allows your shoulder blades to move naturally. Natural human movement is critical to doing push-ups correctly, which is why this step matters far more than how strong you are. And no, bench pressing more won't fix this, because bench presses lock your shoulder blades down while push-ups demand dynamic shoulder stability. Same muscles, completely different skills. Step 3 is where most fitness advice completely falls apart. It's sometimes okay to listen to your gym bro, but in this case, you should probably stay away from that. You've probably been told to pin your shoulder blades back and down, and for a bench press, that makes sense. But a push-up is not a bench press. A scientific push-up requires your shoulder blades to move naturally as you lower and as you push, which allows the serratus anterior to activate and stabilize your shoulders. If you lock your shoulder blades back the entire time, you shut off one of the most important muscles for shoulder health. That's why people with strong chests and shoulders still struggle with push-ups. They're strong, but they're unstable, and strength without stability does not translate to bodyweight control. Step 4 is where strength is actually built, and it's also the step everyone always rushes. If you drop into the bottom of a push-up with no control, you're skipping the part of the movement that builds muscle, tendon strength, and coordination. Science shows the eccentric phase, the lowering portion, should take about 2 to 3 seconds. This forces you to control the movement instead of letting gravity do the work. Your chest leads the way down, your body stays rigid, nothing collapses, because if you can't control the descent, you don't own the rep. You're just surviving it. Step 5 is the bottom position, and this is the true test. At the bottom, your elbows should be near 90 degrees, your chest should be close to the floor, and your core should still be fully braced. If your hips sag, your shoulders shrug up toward your ears, or your head reaches forward, that's not a strength issue, that's a positioning issue, and here's the part people don't like hearing. If you can't hold the bottom position with control, you're not ready for full push-ups yet. And that's not failure, that's information. Regression is not weakness, it's how you actually get stronger. Step 6 is the push-up itself, where everything you put together comes in. When it's time to push back up, the cue that matters most is not pushing your body up, it's pushing the floor away from you. This keeps your body rigid and allows force to transfer from your hands, through your shoulders, through your core, and all the way into your legs. You should exhale as you push, not because it sounds cool, but because forced exhalation increases spinal stability and improves force output. That's why a good push-up feels powerful, but controlled, not frantic or sloppy. Step 7 is the lockout. And before you ask, no, this is not a rest by any means. At the top of the push-up, your elbows fully extend without slamming, your shoulder blades naturally protract, and your core stays tight. Finishing the rep properly reinforces shoulder health and completes the movement the way it was designed to work. If you rush through the top, you're skipping one of the most important stability positions in the entire exercise. Step 8 is where your ego finally gets exposed. Push-ups are not just an upper body movement. Your abs, glutes, and legs must stay engaged the entire time to prevent force from leaking through your body. If your legs are relaxed, your push-up instantly becomes weaker. This is why skipping leg training and neglecting core strength directly limits how many push-ups you can do. Even though people hate admitting it, your body only moves as efficiently as its weakest link. And finally, step 9, which is the biggest misconception of all. Bench pressing does not automatically make you good at push-ups. The bench press gives you external stability and locks your shoulder blades in place. Push-ups demand internal stability and controlled shoulder blade movement. The muscles overlap, but the demands are completely different. That's why someone with a massive bench can struggle with bodyweight push-ups, while someone who masters push-ups builds a stronger, more resilient upper body over time. And that's the difference between training muscles and training movement. So if you've been struggling with push-ups, this should make one thing very clear. It was never about you being weak. It was about you training the wrong thing in the wrong way for a movement you never actually learned how to control. Push-ups aren't a chest exercise, they're a full body test of coordination, stability, and intent. When you lock down the hands, control the elbows, let the shoulders move the way they're designed to move, brace your core, and own every inch of the rep, push-ups stop being humiliating and start being powerful. And here's the reality most people don't want to hear. If you master push-ups, everything else gets better. Your bench feels stronger, your shoulders feel healthier, your core actually works, but if you skip the basics, no amount of plates on the bar is going to save you. So the next time you drop to the floor, don't chase reps, don't chase ego, chase clean movement. Because strength that only looks good in the gym isn't real strength. Control is. If this helped you today, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be posting a lot more fitness and workout tips for the new year. And if push-ups humbled you today, good. Keep working at it and I'll see you in the next one.